Before going to this video, when I try to talk louder, I mumble and stuck a lot, like. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
And here we go.
I'm Timon and I'm the editor of this documentary, and my topic is about college tuition debt. And college is a place where you can learn professional materials, meet new friends, and have a life-changing experience. It is crucial when we seek job placement since most of the employers put emphasis on what the applicant has learned in college. However, regardless of the type of college, for instance, for profitable, non-profitable, state, private, four-year university, and graduate school, college tuitions are expensive. Various options are available through financial aid if one could not devote, such as grants, scholarship, work study, and loans. Hey, Koa.
What's up, bro?
Are you going to college?
Yes, I am.
Which college?
I'm going to San Jose State.
Damn. So, how are you paying your college tuitions then?
I got some grants from FAFSA and some loans, but loans don't really help anyone.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamel.
Yeah. Are you going to college?
Yep.
Which college?
Santa Clara U.
Oh, how are you paying your college tuitions then?
So
I heard it was hella expensive.
I got some grants from FAFSA, and then I've won some scholarships and awards that have got me a little bit of extra cash, and then the rest I'll have to probably take out some loans.
What's up, Fredo?
It's good, Tio.
Yeah. Are you going to college?
Yeah, I am.
Which college?
I'm going to San Francisco State.
Oh, what are you studying?
Nursing.
Oh. How are you paying your college tuitions then?
With the help from my parents and myself and FAFSA.
Are you going? Are you going to college?
Yes, I'll be attending a 2-year community college.
And how are you going to pay the tuitions then?
I won't be paying my tuition on my own. I'll be using support from my parents. And I decided to go to a 2-year community college because I feel that it gives me a little bit more time to kind of calm down after high school and really get ready to be into college, because that's the next step. And it's time to grow up.
From that interview I did, I found out 2 of my 4 friends are planning to loan their college tuition or using loan as an option, one of their options to pay their college tuitions. Debt crisis occur when the student chooses loan as an option to pay the interest back in the future when it graduates. Often these amount of loans over exceeds one's solvency or just make them hard to pay. And the crisis had been on the rise as one of the serious cases over the years. And therefore, I would like to introduce how we can mitigate the struggle of paying college tuition while attending school and after graduation. So you talked about the federal and the private loans, but do you have any personal story that relating to paying college tuition or paying college tuition debt after graduation?
Oh, yes, thank you. That is a wonderful question. This is my personal story and the personal story of my husband's. However, it is not the right option for everyone. But both of us independently, because we didn't know each other in high school, we were from different parts of the country, independently we decided that we were going to go to our first choice college, even though it was expensive, and we would take out student loans and then work over the next 10 years to pay them off. So my husband attended MIT, and that was his first choice. He wanted to, and he felt that he was making an investment in his future, so he took out the maximum amount of student loans he could take. And I did the same thing at Wellesley College because it was important to me that I go to the school that was the right match for me, even though my parents couldn't afford to pay the cost of attendance. And I have to say, we were pleasantly surprised that because of our experiences in college, we were able to pay off our debt. For example, when my husband graduated from MIT, he had 3 degrees, and Apple Computer really wanted him to work on a new project they had. So they gave him a signing bonus, and that signing bonus was enough to cover his student loans. In my case, I went to work for a biotechnology startup because I was able to do research at Wellesley. I did DNA sequencing research, and I worked for a biotechnology company that went public. And I had stock options, so I was able to pay off my student loans with the money that I had received from my stock options.
Her story. I thought about going to like a high-profile college or like a good college would help paying back college tuition debt. So I asked this question. Seems like the employment after graduation is crucial to paying back college tuition debts. So do you agree to going to like a better college or getting a better degree would help the people paying back the loans?
That's a good question. In terms of better college, in our case, for me, it was the best fit. So for me, it was the best fit college, and it was a place where I was able to do research, and it was research that was unusual for undergraduates to do. And in my husband's case, sure, maybe going to MIT and completing. He had 3 different degrees, a bachelor's, a master's, and the equivalent of an MBA. Absolutely attracted Apple's attention. Is that always the case? I would say you could certainly go to a school that maybe, I guess I'm just worried about the term good college or best college. You could go to a college that's maybe more expensive than your other schools if you have the right experience when you're there. So I would encourage you as a student to do an internship during the summer and have valuable work experience when you graduate. So that is going to help you get a solid job. And then 6 months after you graduate, you'll start paying off your student loans, if they're federal student loans.
So having a better quality of education during college is the most important thing?
Yes, I would say yes. And the work experience. Absolutely. You want to be marketable and be able to get a job when you graduate. Absolutely.
Having a better quality of the education boosted up her and her husband's resume, resulting in them having a better employment. And for that, they were able to pay back their loans. But I wanted to explore other options, such as...
You have excited a lot of young people. Have you ever excited young people before?
Not too often, no.
I notice it in front of my studio audiences whenever I mention your name, that you're getting a lot of support from very young people who might not have been interested in politics before. Right. And I think a lot of it is because of, well, certainly your positions. I mean, some of your positions I think are very interesting. In particular, you want college to be free. I think that's something that resonates. You know,
here is the simple reality. This is the year 2015. Everybody knows that a college degree today is more or less the equivalent of what a high school degree was 50 years ago, right?
True.
So we have free public education through high school, and I think in a very competitive global economy, what we have to say, if we want to compete, we're going to have colleges and universities tuition free in the United States of America.
Another idea that I think is this is something I'd never heard before. You want to make post offices into banks.
Well, what I want to see
banking at the post office.
Jimmy, we have millions and millions of low-income people who have to go to these payday lenders and pay outrageous interest rates. They're getting ripped off right and left. We can have our postal service provide modest banking to low-income people where they can cash their checks and they can do banking. I think it will help the post office and it will help millions of low-income people.
Senator Bernie Sanders believes in making college tuitions free, yet it's still big picture, since a lot of political and financial steps has to be taken. So what can we individually do? Well, first we can think college educations as lifetime assets and extend our repayment period. Second, loan payments should be tied to income and manage a certain percentage of earnings. Third, establish a limit of borrowing from private lenders.
To sum it up, there's various options in paying back college tuitions, such as I previously explained, thinking college as a lifetime asset and extending the repayment periods, or just tying the loans to income so that people don't have to pay extra money to struggle. But on the other, that's the financial side, but on the other hand, from the academic side, you can also choose to go to like a high profile college, so you have a better chance of getting a better job to pay back your loans. Other options include, like Ms. Gorman said, getting a good quality of education at college in order to prepare yourself for the job market. But I think what comes down is planning on your financial future and prevent yourself from being defaulted. So if any of you guys are thinking about loaning your college tuition, this is a good time to think about it.
Be into college because that's the next step, and it's time to grow up.